grow in our whatever level that we are. It might so happen that it is a ongoing challenge or a scenario that comes up. It can help you, you know, you know, with a discussion or anything which you can hear it from others, so that yes, you know a solution for this particular problem scenario, or a business request that comes in, business change that comes in. So second could be in terms of like when we seek, you know, jobs outside, a little bit of growth and all things. So we have to go through a process of interviews, question and answers. Okay, so most of it can be, depends upon, again, the experience range, positions you are applying. It would be scenario based. So question and answers, those kind of things that we are trying to cover in this particular session. Okay. I really would also request everyone to please share your experience on what you have experienced, in, like, yeah, this was a question which I was asked. What could be the possible answer? Let's discuss. Maybe a current scenario that you are trying to solve. That can also be a question, of course. Whenever you get a chance to interview someone, you can ask that as a question, right? Okay, so that said, apart from this, I would really encourage everyone to, talk freely, have a good, nice, healthy discussion. If you feel like that, yes, there could be another possible solution of it, please open up, unmute yourself, and we would definitely want to hear you out. Okay. So apart from the agenda, I would really request everyone to speak out. If anyone wants to have a session of their own, I also would invite them. Please connect with us. It could be me, Shashank, or Surya. Reach out to us. We can have a session of your own topic. Okay, where
Yeah,
you
we
can be
can.
you can be the speaker. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
please.
can guide and we can help you in creating slides and all, right? Materials and all we can prepare if you want
Yes,
to take any trainings. So that's how we will learn and grow together, right? By sharing.
that's important, I would say. Okay, let's start. What do you say, Shashank, Surya? Over to you.
Yeah,
That
so means I will request someone to go ahead and share their experience, any scenario based question or a technical question they might have been asked, or they don't know the answer, or they know the answer but they want to share with the group. Anyone?
I was asked about restart logic, but I do not know that, so I could not answer that.
Okay,
restart log.
that's a good question, actually.
Mhm.
Uh, so, did I get it right? Restart logic. Do you want it for JCL, COBOL JCL, COBOL DB2? How is it?
COBOL IMS or COBOL
Hmm.
COBOL
kicks.
JCL.
Simple COBOL, you mean, right? So,
You want to
because
restart a job if it fails. Is it like this, or what? Can you expand your question a little bit?
They just asked what is restart logic? Explain.
okay, logic. So this could be different for every scenarios. So if you have COBOL DB2 program, it will be different.
Right.
If you have a COBOL IMS program, it will be different. If you have a simple COBOL program, it will have different logic. If you have simple COBOL program with VSM, then it will have different logic. So what?
And for maybe for JCL also they can say, right? How we will restart the JCL if there
Yeah,
if you were being
No,
asked
that is a
about the.
simple step.
Mm.
That is parameter, right? So no, so they wanted the logic, restart logic, not the parameter, restart parameter.
This is
Oh, JCL
JCL.
for commit restart
restart
logic.
parameter. Mm-hmm.
Are they talking about commit restart logic?
Yes, I believe so.
Like
So
mostly this was asked in COBOL DB2 actually.
right. So let's start from JCL. Okay. So syntax is simple. It's restart as a keyword, and you can put in the step name. Restart equals to step name, or restart equals to step name dot proc step name. Yeah, if you have a procedure. Okay, so it allows you to specify the step from which the job should restart. So let's say I have number of steps as 6 maybe, or 5 maybe. Okay, just 5 steps if I have, and it ran fine till second one. 1 and 2 completed. Now third it failed. I did some changes to fix it. Oh, okay, this was the change, and I messed up something. I corrected it, and I want to submit the job so that the question is it should restart from third step. Okay, so what I would do is put up as restart, you know, the keyword equals to, let's say step 3 is the step name. So I can put it as, restart equals to step 3. Okay, so that's one of the way. Second is restart from a checkpoint. Okay, so uh, it can also happen that you have a particular JCL, you're dealing with file input and output. Okay, so that can be a very interesting. Number one, only via the JCL. Number two, using JCL, some sort of DB2, of course, with COBOL or any other programming language. Would you prefer, Padma, would you prefer something like this answer as well?
Yes, please.
Okay. The first thing which comes to my mind is a very easy one. We can have a restart table, DB2 table, which can really help. So for each and every, let's say every 5 or every 50 steps, or sorry, number of records processed, I would like to have a commit done. Hey, 50 records completed. Okay, so next 51st till 99th or maybe 100th record, once done, I would run a commit or put a entry into that table that, hey, replace that older one with the recent one. So that becomes my checkpoint where to start from if it fails somewhere. Okay, so even if it is failing at 60th 67th record, I don't have to run the first 50. So I can run it from 51 to and forward. Okay, another approach could be, wherever you are failing, you just mention the the latest one. When you are actually abandoning out, a user abandon happens, you record what record length, sorry, record number you were processing. So this is the record number, and let's start from there. That can also be done. Does this help? A very high level.
Yes, thank you.
Anyone else wants to add anything? I just gave one of the approaches. Believe me, it's not just one. There could be many. Please
Yeah, we
unmute
can
yourself. Yes.
we can use,
Hmm.
as you mentioned, that we can use COBOL DB, means the DB2 table. So first step will in the program would be call to the DB2 table, restart table. The tab if the table has data, we have to have some kind of indicator as well. So suppose that table has data, then we will restart from that key. If table doesn't have any matching data or our criteria, then we will basically start from top. So this is the main logic. It can be done using a file as well. So at that program, when program commits any records, we have to insert a record to the table or a file. So once our program completes the processing, we have to reset the table or reset the file, because suppose you want to run the job again, it should not take any restart point. So you have to keep in mind, while coding, you have to take each basically take care of that point also. So you have to reset the restart key at the end of the program once you're you completed it successfully. Any doubt for this one? It's simple, very simple. Restart logic is very simple. You have to remember where to put our logic. So anyone want to go ahead and ask another question?
Hi, Surya.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the session, first of all. So my question is like in JCL, there is a restart logic we have been explained, right? So in that, suppose we have a 6 steps, and if we need to restart step 3 and step 6, do we can declare the parameter like a restart in dot step 3, sorry, restart equal to step 3 and step 6 in at the same time, or how we need to do it? Is one of my question I asked in the interview.
Yeah. It's not a basically that is not possible. If you want to run, the question is like this one. If you want to run 2 steps, step 3 or step 6, this should be the question, not restart. Restart should be from 1 step only. You got my point, right?
Can you please repeat
No,
it?
no.
So restart should be start from only 1 step. Means suppose you are failing at 3rd step, or you want to restart from 3rd, it will start from 3rd. Again, there is a
Okay.
condition. If you want to run, you want to skip 4th and 5th, and you want to go to 6th directly, then you have to use condition parameter on other parameter and other type of JCL you have to use. So there are some IEB edit you can use. You can run 3rd step and 6th step, and all the other step will be skipped. So question should be like this. So if you want to restart from 3rd step, then start from 3rd step.
Perfect.
You
Yes.
cannot restart from 3rd step and 6th step at once. You got my point?
Yes, it's clear. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So just to elaborate, it's more like restart equals to step 3. Okay. And then you go into that one and put a condition 0 less than equal to, LE. So that ways you can process it. So step 3 and step 5, maybe if you want, you can process it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And one more question. Like you have explained about the DB2 COBOL restart, right? Likewise, how we need to perform the IMSDB and COBOL restart logic, checkpoint restart logic.
Okay. So IMS has different logic. It has functions calls, right? We have few functions call. That function need to be called. So let me start with JCL first. So JCL has different IMS program doesn't run directly. So it needs some tools to run. So we have DFSRC00 tool, which is being used to run our IMS program. Okay, and then there are several parameters in JCL, like PSB and other parameters as well. So those parameters are there. Let's talk about restart. Restart logic is like, so first step should be our COBOL to DLI call. That is our entry call. And then we should have a one XRST call. That is our restart call. That will basically check if it is a restart or not. So we have a file that logs basically all restart points, restart check, commit points. So if there is a record for today, it will start from that So there are several parameter also. We will discuss later the JCL how we pass from JCL. Is it restart call or it is a normal call? Okay. So first call should be XRST, and then you process your, if it is XRST is uh, ended fine, then you will start with next key that will you get from the file Vism file
Correct. So
that.
just to add,
Mhm,
XRST, I have very limited knowledge in IMS. Just to
mhm.
add over there, XRST call is to retrieve the checkpoint information and determine the point from which it's, which to restart.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yes.
and another one is
So
call to CHKP, inserting the inserting the checkpoint calls in your program at logical interval.
checkpoint
Yes,
calls.
that is also very,
Yes.
very
Yeah.
important. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. So
hey, can I add one more point
first
here?
call is the X.
Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, actually, like for IMS, like there are two ways to restart it. That is that if it is, we have to first check whether it is a BMP call or a DLI call. So we have two different ways to restart an IMS checkpoint restart. So basically, like if it is in BMP call, then there is a position in the parm, like we are passing the utility DFS RC00. So in the 13th position, we have to pass the checkpoint frequency, and that checkpoint frequency can be found in the IMS logger file, where we have all the, after all the commits, we get the checkpoint frequency number and we pass it. And that way, how we do is that in our COBOL code, we have a housekeeping part where we first check the save areas. So basically, like whenever we have a commit, when we do the CHKP that you are talking about, so we take that part and we take the save area key and then use it in the XRST call to start from that position. And this way, once every, and then we see the DIB stat. If it is a success, it is a spaces, that means it's successful. And then we do the processing. And for the DLI call, what we have to do is that we, as it is BMP, it gets automatically picked up from the IMS logger. But for DLI, there is this, we have to change the IMS logger and give it in the file. Similar way, we have to use a GSAM file because GSAM files have the special facility of they have the ability to restructure with the keys, and then once whatever has been we are restarting from, that data will get automatically get written, like it is an extended mode writing, and you pass everything in the save areas, and that way we can do a proper restart for the IMS. Hope this helps.
Yeah, it's clear. Thanks.
So can you please
Yeah.
elaborate more for DLI and BMP call? So several people doesn't know what is BMP call, what is DLI call.
Yes, Vidya. So basically, like in the BMP, or as we are using the files, all the database files are in the so we have a job where we restart, like after an IPL happens, the databases are up, IMS DC screens, everything's are up. At that point of time, we won't be able to access the files, like we cannot, if you try to view the data sets, they will say that the data sets are in use. So in this kind of situation, when there is a BMP job running, so in different shops, we have different kind of naming conventions for the BMP jobs and DLI jobs. So what we do is that, like suppose we use hash for the BMP, the first letter as hash to represent an IMS job, which is in BMP mode, and we give I for a DLI mode job. So similar job, everything is same, but once the IPL is happening, that means the databases are down. That point of time, you will be able to edit the data sets and do all the processing. So what happens, if we want to restart a BMP job, then we have only option to pass the data through the parm that we are passing the in the utility. But if it is a DLI call, then there is no question of a farm. We have to do it ourselves by providing the fixed IMS logger file where the checkpoint, all the entries of the IMS gets dumped there and do the processing, because you know that IMS does not have the authority to throw the DB2 errors. So that is why all the dumps gets in the IMS logger file. So what we do is that we check the entries for the checkpoint files. If you just open the JS message and see that for every commit there is a checkpoint frequency. So we will take the last checkpoint frequency when we had the commit, we pass it on, we clear that from the main checkpoint restart file, replace the IMS logger file and restart our job. This way, we get the exact place where we can restart. I hope this is clear to the people. So if you have some hands-on for the DLI and BMP jobs, it will be helpful. So BMP majorly runs when the all the transactions are up and running, and DLI mainly runs when the IMS region is down, majorly during the housekeeping, or there is a downtime. That point of time there is the DLI jobs run. So all our processing, we have to make sure that it is running 24 into 7. So once there is a particular timing for the same, so we follow time. So because I've worked in the retail, so if we give an example, like in the retail shops, like when it is like 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., that point of time there is no transaction going on majorly. All the shops do not have any transaction, online transaction. That point of time we are running the backend DLI jobs to get the IMS data corrected and also written in the file, or use it for creating statements, something like this we use in our in day-to-day basis.
So let me, yeah, thank you, Nirmala. It's a great answer. Let me summarize this. So, what is DLI and what is PMP? So, in our JCL, there is a processing option. We provide DLI or BMP. If database, IMS database is offline means it is not shared to anything in any online screen, or it's down for, basically it's down right now, it's offline. So we can use DLI. And for BMP, it's when system is up and the database is shared between online screens and our job, then we have to use BMP. So it's kind of batch environment and message queue database. BMP databases are okay. So this was the uh, difference between DLI and BMP. I hope everyone got that. And also, yeah,
Can I ask one?
yeah, go ahead.
I got a question in the interview. Like we are getting a file from the upstream system. It has a special characters. Okay. How we need to handle the special characters? That is all.
Actually, your voice is too
Is it
low.
audible? Is it audible? Okay.
Can you go ahead again?
Actually, yeah. We are getting the data from the upstream system, which is having the special characters like at the rate hash, dollar, percentage. Okay, ampersand. How we need to handle that?
So data, what kind of data this is?
It's a file, PS file.
PS file, and what kind of output you want?
Uh, uh, no, I need to be. How we are going to handle the special case? That's what I thought.
So are you asking handle, meaning do you want to discard that or read it or
No,
process it?
keep it in another file. We need to extract the special cadets in that, and we need to create a separate file with that.
So it reads it, right? So even if you're getting it external to mainframes, you're receiving it. if it is at the rate or hash or question mark or whatever, it does
Okay.
reads it, right? If even it has to be absidic, right? I'm
No,
not
no,
clear
I
with
don't.
your question.
Actually, we are getting
Uh-huh.
the data. Actually, like what do you call it? Surya at the rate 123. Okay,
Mhm.
like for example, I don't want the at the rate Surya 123. I need.
Oh, okay. So you want to discard
Yeah, I want to discard it,
drop.
and
Okay.
it's in the not in a particular line or number of it will be randomly there. It's not in the particular position.
So you need to write a JCL
Okay.
to, read a, let's say it's a PS file. Okay. But that PS file has got these at the rate or anything which is not A to Z or 0 to 9. You want to discard that.
Yeah.
Correct? Is
Yeah.
this fantastic? Okay. Anyone wants to go for it?
Saurabh, you can go ahead. Yeah.
I wait for anyone else to answer.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think, shall I go? Shall I go?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
please. Yes, yes.
So what we can do is, so whenever we're getting a data, right, we store them in a, basically we get the data in a file. When we are reading that, we open it via a copybook. What we can do is particular variable, we can pass it to an inspect statement, right? Inside the inspect statement, we can do it. Okay, if this is the variable, we can do replace it with spaces or replace it something like that. That is one option. Uh, what I'm thinking right now. Right? And then we can merge the data, the two fields, we can merge it. And then like this, we can have it in a separate file, or we can just parse that particular file.
To addition to the question, is there any other way without using the apart from the inspect or replace or tiling without he was asked like that.
No, I can only think about that inspect. If there is any other option, probably yeah, probably anyone else can take that. So I'm not sure if this is the right thing, right answer. Just I'm thinking whether we can use inspect.
Yeah. You can use, this is the one way, and there is another way. Saurabh already provided a hint, right? A hint that is we can discard which is not A to Z, either
0 to 9.
small
Yeah.
or 0 to 9, small or big character. So
JCL, I would vote for JCL first. Include condition, include COND equals to, let's say it is like 1 comma 80. You just put in as uh, equal to, that is EQ, and then you have C, that is the character, and single quotes, write ABCD F to Z, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Includes only the record that contains these specified characters. Okay, maybe I type it into the chat for everyone to understand this. Hold on. Easy. So something like this, I'm thinking, like this. So you can have a sort utility, or ice tool utility is also good. I don't mind.
Yes, this means what it is.
So it's like you can have, let's say, correct me if I'm wrong, you have your step one exec pgm equals to ice tool. You have your tool lion as dd star. You copy your file from one to another, using copy from your PDS to another PDS using CTL1. And CTL would have this option copy and include condition 1 to 80 characters, whatever. And you have SS equals to, and then you put in the character. That acceptable characters are A to Z, 0 to 9.
What is meant by SS? Acha.
Anyone wants to take it?
What is meant by SS? Am I audible? Hello?
Sorry, this is a substring. This is a substring.
SS
Yeah, break.
means? Hello?
Substring.
Oh, substring. Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Am I breaking up or?
Yeah, sometime.
SS is
Saurabh.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Substring search. SS means substring search.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And yeah, what it is? Yeah, no, it's not required. I will tell. I will ask later.
Yeah. Please feel free to ask. Nothing like why wait for last. There are many ways to solve this. Anyone wants to attempt it? Other than JCL. In JCL also there are many ways.
Actually, yeah, if we want to add a new column to the existing table, what could be the impact analysis and what's your impact analysis? That is what. If we add a new column to the table, which you are using in the in the current process, and we are using that field. If we use that field, and what is the changes need to be done? If we don't use it, what is need to be done? And if we add that column in the middle of the table, how we can do it? What is the change impact analysis?
Okay, so
Am I clear?
okay, I understand your question like this. So let's say you have a DB2 table.
Okay, yeah.
And let's say, for example, it has got 5 columns and you want to add a new column. And to introduce this new column to that table, what's the impact analysis that you want to carry out? So number one, it should be, other than your database schema changes and all those things, so that's different. The table schema will change, which may require update on the database documentation, schema diagram. So that's a theoretical part of it. There are indexes also you may want to create. So that's another thing. Other than that, you would have your SQL queries, your insert statements, and programs. Okay, so you have to analyze those. So SQL queries, when I say SQL queries, let's say in any of the programs you are using or any of the scripts you are using, select star. In any of the JCLs you are using, select star. They will now include this new column. So the outputs also would, you have to do the impact analysis in that those new fields should be welcomed. The record length and all those things, that's what I'm talking about. So the record length would also change. So you might need to add more bytes to it. Okay, so in the insert statements, if your insert statements do not specify column names, they will need to be, updated to include the new columns. Otherwise, DB2 will expect the value for the new column, okay, which could, of course, not present, so leads to errors. All right. Same goes for program. Okay. Any program, be it COBOL or anything. Okay. Whatever program interacting with that particular table, you have to list it out, needs to be reviewed, potentially updated, recompiled to handle that new column. So that's why the practice while doing application development, you should, tend to avoid select star. It's good always to select what columns you have. Even if you have 5 columns and you have to put in all those 5 columns, even 50 is good. You should write it. Anyways, we would write it because of the decalgen and this and that things. So sometimes we would prefer that select star. So avoid that would be good. Okay. What else?
So start with DB2 changes. So what should be the impact analysis? That was the question. So it is, suppose you are changing anywhere, you are adding column, it will be changing for everything, right? COBOL program to JCL till, as Swaram mentioned, everywhere. First analysis need to be done for how many programs are using the table. Those you need to, how you do it, there are multiple ways. That's there are systems which determine, and or you can do it manually as you like. And then there are some uh, store procedures as well. You have to keep in mind that as well. So apart from that, indexes, if you already build, you have to rebuild. If you want to include that column, then you have to include it. You have to uh, bind all the impacted programs for that table. And uh, I don't think and then if you are uh, altering, then you have to provide a uh, default value to that table. So suppose that column, the default value should be like, if it is numeric, should be 00. It is alphanumeric, then varchar field. Then you have to provide space. Uh, Basically, it should not be null. Okay. So this kind of analysis you have to do. In between, if you want to insert any column, then it will not be done uh, directly. You have to delete, means we have to create a new table and then delete old one. That's the way, because you have to extract, transform the data and then reload again. Yeah. Am I clear?
Yeah, you're clear. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I would like to add one more point. Like suppose in my system, what happens is that we take the dump of the DB2 table. So if there is any column change, then we have to see like there is a syspunch and files the sysrec that gets created. So if this kind of situation arises, like we are adding a new column and adding getting the dump of the DB2 data and use a DSN utility to do the same or take the image copy dumps, you have to increase the length of the files so that there is no truncation of the data, and that gets passed to the other upstream system or any cloud. It gets loaded. So we have to take care of that as well.
Thank you, Nirmal.
File length is required to change. It's optional because when we are using the files, maybe we will use the copybooks. If we have some filler clause or something, we can adjust in that. So that depending on the copybook of the fillers.
For unload cases, sometimes we do not use it. It basically directly take from system itself. Whatever
Yeah.
the record length, it will automatically take.
Yes, for unload. Only if it is in program, then only we have to take care.
Yeah.
Okay. I have one question from my end. Okay. The first question is, I have JCL. I'm calling one proc. The proc is having 3 steps. Okay. And the third step is calling one more proc B. And proc B is also have the 3 steps. If I want to restart the proc B third step, can we restart?
Restart, we can have step name dot proc name. Proc step name. Yes.
That we can do if a single proc. But the proc is calling one more proc, nested proc. The nested proc. Proc A is the one. Okay, JCL is calling the proc A. Proc A is 3 steps. And third step is calling the proc B. And the proc B have the 3 steps. The third step, can we restart that proc B third step?
Yeah. Yes. So you can have another dot qualifier
Yeah, I'm not
Proc?
sure.
One dot.
Yeah,
So
I
this is kind of nested proc, right? So
yes.
invoking proc step name dot proc step name. So whichever the proc is calling
Uh,
another proc, so that step we can give, right?
but
That
first
proc
proc
step.
is the but the first proc third step is calling the next proc, not immediately. There is not one step. It's a step 3 from the proc here.
Okay.
Okay. That is one question. And yeah, if anyone knows answer, let me know. I told that same way, proc dot step name dot like that only I told. But when I asked someone, they told that we cannot call the nested procs. We cannot restart the nested procs. That what I got some answer from someone. I'm not sure what is the answer exactly. So you understand the question, you people? Hello.
Yes, yes, wait. I got
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
this is new to me as well. So
Yeah, for me
nested,
also. It's,
yeah,
mm,
nested proc. You, I know nested proc can be restarted as per my knowledge, but
mm,
whenever we try to override any file in nested proc, that was not done. It says proc is not found. Proc step is not found. So that was basically that was not done and not possible to override a file. But restart we didn't try it, but as per my knowledge, it should be there should be a restart. We
mm.
can restart nested proc.
No, I think we cannot restart. I checked in Copilot. It's saying we
Hmm.
cannot restart.
Okay, so
So
maybe
what
that.
option it is suggesting? You
Mm,
can embed your third level proc to second level proc, and
okay,
then you can restart like that. It
okay,
doesn't allow to restart to the third level. Like first we have job, then proc. We can restart till that level. If
oh,
that proc is again calling a next proc, we cannot restart it.
mm-hmm. It will say proc not found. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
that's a good question. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. There is a copybook change is there. Okay. If we are doing some copybook change, there are some 5 to 6 programs are impacted. Is it required to compile all the programs? Suppose there is only one program is impacting. We are doing changes in only one program, but rest of the programs are recompiled. Is it necessary to do all the programs should be recompiled, or the program will work as this?
As of my knowledge, it's not required to do the all the compilation. But when you do that, right, basically, it will take the whatever the new version. It will take the new version.
Yeah.
So basically, what happens, right? Whenever you make a changes, right? Let's say you made a copybook change one copybook change. It did not compile, and you move to the production. It doesn't affect anything. Only when you
Mm.
compile, only it will affect. If you did not compile, it will not affect.
Yes. Okay.
Uh, I have additional question to that. See, there are two scenarios. Suppose we are making a change in a copybook and copybook length is not changed. That time we don't have to like recompile all the programs, right? Only a program with where they're going to use a new variable that only we have to compile, right? In case if there is a change in the length, then we have to recompile all the
No.
programs.
That is the case. Even let's say you are not changing a length. So if you are adding a new variable, that should be in a filler would have been added. So even you made a recompile, it wouldn't affect anything, right? Since you are not using that way copy of that variable in any program, so that doesn't cause any issue.
Yes. If
Okay.
suppose the first program file, output file, we are using any of the program's input file, then we have to do that. It should be recompile all the programs. If there is no file changes, file changes or something, then it's optional to recompile. It will take the old versions.
Yeah, that's what he is saying. Like
Yes.
length, he is not doing any length changes. I mean, he is keeping it as it is because when he is keeping it as it is, he's saying right that should be a filler. So when there is no change in the length, so it doesn't affect anything. Even you recompile it also.
Okay, got it.
I have a file, okay, with employee number is the key. The key length will be 10. Okay. The recently someone asked me about this, but they got the only partial key. The first 5 bytes of the key only they got. This suppose 9 of 10. Then 1 the 5 ones or 1 2 3 4 5 only. They got partial key. They got the. So how can we read that records with partial key? And I want it the output in only the first 5 digits is 1 2 3 4 5 only. Those records only I need into the output file. If there is the first 5 digits or something else, I don't want in the output file. I want only that first 5 digits is the key value, partial key value. That is the partial key, 1 2 3 4 5. You understand the question?
Can you repeat one more time?
Okay. There is a file, employee number is there with 9 of 10. Okay. That is 10 bytes length. Now, but I have the key value only 5 values. 1 2 3 4 5 only I have. 6 to 10 I don't have. I got the partial key to read the file. Okay. My file is having the lots of data, lakhs of records. My file is having lakhs of records. But from that lakhs of records, I want the series of first 5 digits 1 2 3 5. 1 2 3 5. Like 1 2 3 5 0 0 0 1 1 2 3 4 5 0 0 0 2 till 999. That one only I need into the output file. So my thing is, I have the input is only partial key. I don't have the full key. 1 2 3 4 5 0 0 0 1. I don't have the full. So after
and
half
you
of
are
the
sorry to interrupt. So your question, you have a partial key with you, and the file has full key, right?
File has full key.
And is it Visum file, normal PS file?
Visum
Your
file.
Visum file.
Yes.
Visum file, you have a partial key.
Yes. I have the partial solution for this. I have partial answer this. I have. But I don't have the exact
One
answer.
moment. We do not understand the question itself.
Yeah.
You're talking about solution.
Okay. The key length is only 5 bytes. Clear? Key length is only 5 bytes. So, but I have to read with the partial key. My partial key is only the value is 1 to 3. First to 3 bytes I have the value, but rest to 2 bytes I don't have. Okay.
You don't have first 2 byte. You have last bytes.
Last 2 bytes I don't have. I have only
Last
first 3 bytes. That is the partial key. But the key length is 5.
Using COBOL, right?
Yes.
So if I can, so the solution could be the remaining 2 bytes where you don't have the value. You can try to move 0 zeros. So let's say the key you want the values will. So you will have the key 1 2 3 0 0. Now you can do the start and point it to 1 2 3 0 0, and after that you can start reading. I use the read next. So that could be the possible solution for it.
Yes, we have to move the low values to the next 2 bytes.
Yeah, next to low values or maybe zero zeros. I mean, if it is a
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, suppose now I got the 111, the 3 bytes, 111, 111, 5 bytes is the 1111, for example. Okay, 5 ones. Okay. Next, there are lots of records. 222 is the next series, for example. But I want only 222 records only. I don't want 111 or 333. I want only the 222 records only I want.
That can be done through program logic. That is the main question was how to read. Once you read, then you can filter out using your program. You can filter out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, we have to do that one. Yeah, we have to move the low values. Maybe where we got the we have to go for the dynamic option, dynamic read, instead of so sequential and random. Dynamic read we have to go, and where we need to stop that I didn't understand. Maybe we have to move the high values, and there we have to put check to stop the up to series. That's I understand. Mm. One more question. Can I?
Yes, sure.
Okay. There is a employee file is there. Employee number, employee name, and employee salary we have. Okay. That is question is simple one only. That extension is the one I confused. The question is simple. I want first 10 highest salaries in the output file. That
In a file or in a DB2
yeah,
table.
in COBOL from the file.
It's
From the
from
file.
the file. Are you using COBOL program or sort? You
COBOL
can
program.
use sort as well.
No, COBOL program. He asked that is the COBOL program only. That's simple. We can sort the file, okay, based on the salary. Then we will get the first 10 records.
Only read 10 only.
This is till this is clear. But next question is what he asked. Now I don't want 10. I want 30. He asked. How can we get? I said that we can pass the value from the JCL palm parameter or 16 digit star. We can pass the value, whichever how many records we want in the output file. Top 10 salaries or top 30 salaries. But he asked me.
You want to use
Yes.
COBOL sort or normal JCL sort?
COBOL. This is entire COBOL, no JCL. COBOL sort is simple. I will sort the file with salary. Okay.
No. That is fine. Just I'm asking that which one you
Yes,
want.
yeah, COBOL. But the next question is tricky one. Now, first 10 highest salaries into the output file. Okay, I will put some counter and I will write down into the output file with 10 salaries, first 10 salaries. But every time it may vary. First, maybe next time I got only 30, first 30 highest salaries. So I told that we will pass through the palm parameter of the 16 digit star. Then I told that he asked me, I don't want to pass it from the JCL. Can we handle it in the COBOL program? Is there any way in COBOL program itself? Can we handle required number of rows from the highest salaries file?
Is it online program?
So maybe the batch program.
Batch
Not online.
program, you have to provide some from somewhere, right? Either
Yes,
file.
that's what. I told that we can pass 16 digit star from JCL, but he said that no, we can hand it from the COBOL. How can we do that? He asked me. Through COBOL, I don't know how we can do. Maybe we have to use some array or something, or
Is it
maybe
specific for so he want to know So suppose there is a file, and we can also provide from file as well, right? So in
Yeah, we
counter,
can provide from
if
the
he
file.
wants. So
That's what I
I'm
said
not
that.
sure how. Yeah, this
Mm,
is kind of web batch. We cannot do modification live, right, in the program. So either from JCL, either from uh, any
on
database or something else we can use, where we have to edit the data. We can edit the data basically. Program, we cannot do anything from.
yes. But even I told that one only through JCL we can pass, but he said that no, can we handle it in the COBOL itself? We can't usually. Even I
Yeah,
don't.
so your question, yeah. So to summarize your question, so basically one person asked you to sort a file using COBOL program. So
Mm,
suppose he want to get a record of top salaries, top 20 salaries first time he asked, and then
mm,
he changed his requirement to top 30.
yes.
You want, okay, only as per my knowledge, it's only can be through palm parameter, that is
But
sysin.
16 form we can do, but he said that no, I want to be handled in
And
the COBOL itself.
yeah, so COBOL handling, I'm not sure about it, how to do it. So because COBOL program is our basically fixed, right? We cannot change, modify it. We only can modify using external input. Okay, so
Yeah. Even I also thought like that.
mm, or there could be any other way, but this is new to us, so we don't know.
Surya, I am still not getting the question. What we have to do? You were told to
So
change the.
sort
Hmm.
he wants there is a file with salary data.
Okay.
So he wants top 20 salary,
Okay.
okay, using COBOL program only. And
Hmm.
then dynamically he wants to change it to 30, top 30 salary.
Oh,
So
dynamically, how we can change?
how you, only option is we have to provide a counter you via JCL.
Hmm. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, through JCL we can do that. Either
Mhm.
from direct file, but he said that no, we can handle it from the COBOL. I don't know how it will be.
Okay.
How program will know? Somewhere it has to be mentioned, right? Either it has to be hard coded in your program that we need top 20 only, top 30 only.
Yeah, we have to pass the value definitely.
Yeah, either you pass it or you hard code. Like if you have 100 data, you want top 20 or top 30, you have to hard code it or you have to pass it from somewhere, right?
Yeah, hard code is not possible. Only you have to pass the data
Mm.
because it's varying every time.
Yeah.
Okay. Cursor we are declaring in the procedure division and data division. Which one is flexible, whether it's declaring in data division or in procedure division?
Flexible means what was?
If, the program will be optimized. If where we will declare, if we declare in the procedure division, what will happen? If you declare in the data division, what will happen? Declare cursor. Which is the best method, whether in data division or in procedure division? Declaring cursor.
Uh, Saurav, you want to go ahead?
Can you repeat the question, please?
We are declaring the cursor in program either in data division or in the process division, correct?
Correct.
What will happen if you declare in the data division? What will happen if you are declaring the process division? What will happen? Which one is the good coding standard? Whether it's in the data division declaration or in the process division declaration?
Working storage declaration, and working and data division declaration is the ideal way. And generally we will do that.
Yeah, declaring the data.
Declaring the cursor in the data division is the common approach.
Okay, common approach. If we declare the process division,
it will work, but mostly we recommend that in the data division.
Yeah, when if we are declaring the procedure division, okay, the program optimization will come to the picture. It will take time. So that's why declaring it to the data division is good.
Yeah. So data division. So let me add one more point here. So apart from that, we know we have option to declare a dynamic cursor as well, right? So dynamic cursor, as per my knowledge, it's only declared in procedure division. That should be one more addition to that answer.
Can you repeat why we had what is the advantage of declaring in data division? There was a voice description.
From my side? Sorry.
No, I think from Veer or someone. They said, right?
No.
There are two ways where you can declare.
Yeah.
One is in data division and one is in procedure. So
yes,
having declared in data division, it gives some advantage. So
the program performance is good if we are declaring the data division.
Performance, okay.
Yeah, performance is good.
Okay.
How it will be improved performance? I don't think so. Even I'm coding it, so
ChatGPT is showing like you never declare cursors in the data division.
Working storage is not basically under data. It's under working storage. So ChatGPT sometimes provide an answer which is partly it is yes, but it says no. So data division where it the working storage is present in right there. So it should be working storage as we discussing working storage section in data division. You got my point. Was it Padma, right?
Yes. Got it.
We are while fetching the data. Can I ask you?
Yeah, Pradeep.
Yes,
Go ahead.
We have a covered into program. We're fetching the data from the table. There is one column which is giving the null values. How we can handle it apart from the null indicator?
Colis function. Use Colis function.
Police.
Yeah. Have you heard about this?
No.
Yes, check in Google anywhere.
What was the question? Sorry.
Police.
COALESCE.
By fetching the data from the table, handling the null values.
Yeah.
Okay. There are two ways we can do. We have to use is null option.
Which option?
Is null we have to give. Okay. And the column name, If it is character, then comma spaces, or if it is numeric, then you can give 0, 0.
No. In the SQL query, in SQL query, we need to add.
Oh, okay. SQL query. In COBOL program, we can do like this.
Easy now.
So Colis function basically do so you use Colis and then column name and then comma whatever value you want in case of null. So suppose there is a null in middle name, you can provide NA or space anything. It will replace return
Oh,
with
default
it.
value.
It will return with NA or space. It will not fail basically.
Oh. Oh, what is the typical challenging task we have faced in the anything like that? What would be the best one?
Okay.
Pradeep, we lost in between you. I think your voice is too low. Can you come again?
Is it good now? Oh, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the challenging task you have done in the career, which is like you put a lot of effort for that. Like.
So it's okay. So this question is asked to everyone, I think.
Yeah.
So this question will be different for everyone. Okay. So if you asking me, that would be different. If you are working in development, it would be different. In production support, it would be different. Many things. There are many things. So in your case, what you have faced, you have to uh, explain. So suppose you faced one issue in production, which was a which caused uh,
Can you
many
give it
users.
any some example for it? Can you
You
give
know, actually, we cannot use an
for batch
others.
processing or for your explain anything if you could.
Yeah. So I just wanted to clarify that you can and cannot use make means uh, fake challenging moment for you. Okay, so it could be uh, very simple task. You can mention it that was a very challenging for you to cope up with the team and to convey your messages to seniors, or that that could be one thing.
Yeah, there could be scenarios also, right? There are some issues for which you have one solution,
Yeah.
others are putting some other solution. So you have to convince them. Or you might have come across so many technical challenges, or you have done something different, those kind of things, which would be very tough. So it depends totally. So it would be better, whatever you have came across, you have to tell that.
It cannot be fake. They will know basically. You are basically faking it.
Yeah, I can understand. I just want to know. I mean, if I ask you what would be the just I want to know your experience.
So let me add one more question here. This is now asked for everyone. If anyone has worked on mainframe modernization or any other tech modernization like DB2, IMS to DB2 or IDMS to DB2 or any other kind of migration like AWS, from mainframe to AWS. So they will ask what kind of uh, technologies or what kind of uh, rules you are using to send the data from mainframe to outside. What kind of technology you are using. So these kind of scenario based question they will ask, and what is your approach to do handle this one? How you extract the data from mainframe, and how will you send the data? What are the steps you have taken care of? Anyone can pitch in.
They can be used some APIs for that. That is one option. And some people will use SOAP and click tool. There is some click or some tool is there. That tool also they are using for more additional purpose. The front end will be web services. So click tool and APIs. These are the mainly they are using.
Thank you, Peer. There are many options. So I just wanted to know if anyone worked other than API, FTP, NDM, MQ, other than that.
People use Kafka. People use many tools are there to make it.
Yeah. So Kafka, you pointed it, new technology that is built on Java. Okay,
Yeah.
so how do you run a Kafka in mainframe?
No. Basically, no. Basically, what they will do, right? In one of the thing what I observed, like one of so they'll take the DB2 things. I mean, they will using the Kafka. They'll take the DB2 things, and they'll basically it's all about data, right? So they'll take the DB2 things, whatever let's say one row inserted in table. So in the Kafka thing, it will always runs in between, and that will take it and insert into their system. Basically I never experienced because some it's happening in one of the projects. Just I observe it, I'm telling you that.
Yeah, your point is correct, but Java has to the Kafka has to run anywhere, right? It needs server.
Yes.
Kafka need a server or a JVM. So where you are running .jvm, I just wanted to know. So this kind of questions you will get. So you cannot basically answer uh, anything. Means like we cannot say like we are using API. So what happened? You have to move entire data, not online, by a batch. What will you be using? What kind of processes you will be using? Do you need transformation of the data, mainframe data? What kind of format you are using? Is it JSON, SOAP, or other key pair values? So they will ask these kind of questions. So better we know. If you want, uh, do not know, then do not answer that. Just ask. Just say I don't know, but I heard about this. This technology we are using. Yeah. Okay. I think we had this session about almost one hour. Uh, Shashank, I think you have noted down all the questions.
Yes, we will share
We
it.
will, yeah, we will share it. We will add one few more questions from our side, and then we'll share with everyone. Thank you everyone for your valuable time. I think from uh, uh, our group of 1800, we managed to attract few people, 30 as of now. We will try to ask more people to join and share their experience with us. And we will also started our basically modernization sessions as well. So we'll keep posted there.
Yeah, and also request everyone if they know anything, right? They also want to share, then they can share their knowledge.
Yeah.
Hi,
We
Shashank.
will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Srividya. I have 3 years experience currently working in Cognizant. I wanted to shift to some the company to get some more growth in my career. So I'm just collecting some questions. Can I get some such type of questions like the person who is having 3 years experience, like the questions, how they'll get the questions? Can I get some set of questions, Shashank?
So
Actually,
have you filled that link which I have pasted in the chat?
I yet to fill that. I'll fill that.
Yeah, so once you fill it, you will get whatever other people have uh, provided the details and other questions, right? You will get that from there. So those contains experience-based questions also.
Sure,
for
sure.
3 years,
We
for
have to
3 years,
share, then only we will get from others, right? If we don't share, how we are going to get it from others? Only one person cannot share things, right? So everyone has to contribute to that seat. Then only we will be able to collect it.
Sure, I will fill that.
Yeah, so I see only around 60 entries are there. Means 60 people have only filled those sheets. So it will be good if you can fill those sheets, right? And once you fill, at the end you will get the link for that field sheet. So from there you can see the details.
Sure, I'll fill that.
Yeah. Okay.
Just one generic
Thank you.
question. Generic question. How is the job market now currently? Because we hear a lot of volatility going on around, right? So how is the job market now? Is it safe to switch now or wait for few more days or months?
market is last 2 weeks till March end, it's not good. Now slowly it's picking up. Now only we are getting few calls. That too rare.
Because
And another one is some people are calling and they are saying that they are going to schedule the interviews, but for that they are taking the time. If they are scheduling, but to provide the feedback, they are taking some more time. As of now, they are saying that opposition is in hold, like that we are getting. So
Yeah,
market is not yet picked up. Still.
it's better to have a backup for you before changing, or wait, because companies are also uncertain about the changes which are going to happen, right?
right.
Yeah, so better to wait for some time and put the time in learning and upgrading your skills,
So
Yeah.
getting something
It's a
new.
good point, Saurabh. Yeah, Shashank. So I
Hmm.
just wanted to add here as well. So I saw people are in the group asking for a referral and everything. Yeah, and please refer me. And I saw I referred almost 50 plus people in JP Morgan Chase, but I do not see any good CVs. The CVs are not up to the mark. And again, the technology, everyone has COBOL DB2 and JCL, COBOL DB2 and JCL. They have to have some other skills as well. So guys, skill up as much as possible. Here we know the market of mainframe is good, we know, but now if you want a good hike, you need to know some other technologies as well. Mainframe modernization is in a peaks right now. So every company needs some share of it.
So, just a question. Like currently, I've been working as a developer from past a decade. So, how do we the breakthrough into this modernization? Like, where is the starting point? Like, suppose I want to get into some integration. So because see, right, if we have a project in our company, so there will be multiple teams. So they are doing their own task, like Java team is doing the Java, some integration team is doing the integration, and mainframe team is doing their own tasks. So how to break free and get into the integration or modernization? What is the starting point? Any point on throw on that?
Shashank, you want to take up this one?
Yeah, but see, that is not very easy, right? That's very tough thing to do. So what I will suggest is, mostly if you see any opportunity, like if you are not getting, see, we have to first discuss with our supervisors, right, that you are interested in this. So definitely they're not going to give you in one go. You have to talk multiple times with them, and after that also they don't give, then we have to look for other projects internally. Okay, see, changing the job, we are not going to get any modernization work, because we don't have any exposure, right? Even if you land up by just faking interview and all, it will be very difficult to survive there, right? So always it will be better to look for other projects, or if you get option to join the COE or horizontals, right, where they work technically on the things, so that would be very great thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
That's how
Thank you.
only you will learn. But
Yeah.
it's very it's not easy. I understand it's not easy to change the track or ask for those things, because they separate everything. They will separate mainframe, Java team will be separate,
Yeah.
integration team will be separate. So that's
Yes.
very
Yes.
tough thing to do. But you have to ask multiple times, so that your supervisor remembers that this is the priority for you. You need that thing, so they will try to put you in that place.
First of all, suppose you are in a mainframe team and there is a Java team. You want to move there, so you have to have train in Java first. So you have to learn microservice, cloud along with Java, and then the containerization platform like Kubernetes and all. You have to learn everything, whatever in means Java has to offer. If you learn that, then you can uh, be part of that team. So first you have to show you got trained on those. So training is must.
Yeah, at least foundation level, right?
Yeah,
Foundation,
foundation level.
beginner level.
Yeah, how Java works,
Mhm.
how to connect mainframe with Java, the architecture, and then uh, microservice is the must in Java, and then uh, containerization platform like Docker, Kubernetes, then cloud like AWS, Azure, GCP, and then integration with Jules pipeline, Jenkins, builds, and other things. So those things we have to know. Then IDs like Joey, Git, Jenkins, IntelliJ, and other things, VS Code. So all these things you have to keep in mind and learn those things. Scale up.
Okay. Yeah.
There are the mainframe modernization is not uh, we can. It's not very. Uh, it's very big. You can say it's there are multiple things.
Yeah, it's very big topic actually. If someone is saying mainframe modernization, they might be doing migration. That also the
Yeah.
same way modernization.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it,
most of the time either the migration or decommission. We are decommissioning one application and it
correct,
is going to
correct.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So
if they say
hmm,
modernization, they might be doing lift and shift to micro focus or some other
right,
platform.
So there is no straight way to tell that you how to go to. I mean, how to break free from mainframe to
So
other.
mostly, yeah, correct. If you want to learn these all things, right, like what Surya is saying, so you will have to go on the banking projects. They are the one who are actually doing modernization.
Right.
Other projects, if you see, they are trying to get out of mainframe
Right.
because
Right.
they don't need those much of the transaction to be processed and all, right.
Mhm.
So mostly banking, what bankings are doing, the front end all they are trying modernizing. They are moving out of mainframe and they are writing in Java. They are connecting via
Right.
APIs and all,
Right.
right.
Right. Right.
And in backend they are processing in mainframe.
Right. Right.
So in mostly in banking projects, you will get that kind of hands-on.
Mhm.
So you have to get into those kind of big banks like Bank of America, JP Morgan, and other things. Other banks are there, right?
Yeah. No.
So,
Currently, I am working in banking itself, banking
Mm.
project. But yeah,
which which organization are you in? So
I'm in
right now.
Cognizant,
Okay, okay, cities only. Okay.
CTS. Yeah. So I can't tell the client name, but yeah, I'm into banking from past a decade. So yeah, basically I'm into the mainframe itself, but we are evolved in mainframe from mainframe to MQs, web services, and all. We are just limited to that particular extent.
Am I missed anything?
No, I think no. I
Okay.
think we are good to close, right? It's already 10:30.
Yes, yes, it's 1 hour. So we will do few sessions, more few sessions, and then